when we take a look at this process, okay, this one is the CX programmer, and this one is the CX designer. So the whole purpose of this lab was to actually link this both, so to see how it actually works. So what I found out is, okay, this is the switch. We have put the memory byte, which is W, and this is the lamp W00. Okay, so when it comes to actually the CX designer, here we can see some multiple things, like this one is the on off button, which can be used like which we can use to used as a button. Like here we use switch, right? So we can actually use this symbol to actually replace it, and this is the multi-functions, which it has multiple functions like that. So in order for it to communicate, uh, in order for it to communicate, we need to see about the address we have given. So in order to set the address, as already mentioned in the video, as we already mentioned in the sir mentioned in the video, we have to double click, and then at here the set one, work area. This is one. If we change to two, this is 100 like that. So when we change to two means it won't be able to communicate because this is one. Same
Okay.
goes here. Work area 0. So that's why that's the purpose of setting this actually. So now,
So
okay,
this is
so in
very
terms of the
simple
label,
diagram, right?
this is the one. So we just have to click and drag it over here, and then go to the label and then type the messages so that we know which is W100 and W00 which one. So output and input. Okay, this is the part. So now, in order for us to communicate this both system, we have to press on tools and test to all. Initially, it will be like this: start testing offline. We have to change to this connect to CX simulator. Start. Okay, yeah, as I've already actually opened it. Oh, that's why it's giving error. Just a moment. Okay, this is the thing. So when I press the switch, it will on turn on the light. It has a slight delay. So we know, right? The software is actually not as fast as in real life. When we press, it will turn on the light. We can see over here also. So in the ladder diagram also we can see the circuit is completing. So that's how actually it works in terms of its CX programmer and CX designer. Any questions you guys have on this?
So far, no.
So
You
from
can't
me.
hear what we say actually.
Huh?
You can't hear what we say. I already interrupt you 3 times, but you not bother me.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear because my speaker got some problem. So sorry. So I'll just pass to Mano because yes, we have discussed about the second video yesterday. So you'll be explaining about the second video part. Mano, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So I'm just stop sharing now.
Okay. Right. All right. So we have to first thing. From my finding. We have to start our. We have to start our CS programmer ladder diagram construction first. So far, according to the second video, we have constructed this. The push button one will be the we can consider that as a on button, and the push button two will we can consider as a off button. So the I mean as usual, the coil will be considered as a lamp. Okay. From here we have to construct a new one. I mean, from here we have to open the CX designer. For your convenience, we have to be. It has to be beside uh, CX programmer lah. Okay, first thing we have to check the on button. We have to check the serial one. Uh, I mean, when we see the push button one, it already says zero. We already labeled as 000. So same here, we already labeled as 000. And
Mano, can you please double click on the button
which one?
on the CX designer, the square one, right? Double
Yeah,
click on that, please.
yeah. Okay,
Okay, set one, press the set one, set one. Word address, white address. No, no,
yeah.
not that one. Yes, one.
All right.
Okay, so from the previous video, previous video I showed, just now we have been using W00, which is work area.
Yeah,
So that's why in the area section, Mano, please open the arrow area.
work area. Okay, this
Okay,
one.
okay, don't press. Okay,
Yeah.
so the previous one we used working base, so we used work area. In this one, in this video, Mano explaining, Mano used the input one I0000. That's why the in this one we have choose common IO area. Can understand, right?
Can.
Yeah, if you use working bit and then here you press common area means it's not going to work. Okay, continue, Mano.
May I continue? Yeah,
Yeah, sure, sure.
thank you. Uh, so usually, I mean, for this kind of technique, we can just set it uh, from this column itself. Then this considered as PB push button 2, which is considered as for, I mean, off. Sorry, this is considered as off. So here already, I mean, we have to delete it back, and we have to type the one at the back there, which is represent the PB2, I mean push button 2 off button. And as usual, we'll have the lamp. We'll have the lamp to represent I mean, to indicate what's happening after this. Okay, so if you wanna see anything, if you couldn't see anything clearly, you can click on the functional button. From my findings, functional our findings, we can click on the functional buttons. We can see the symbols and also the functions of that. Other than that, we can start. Um, we should click the tools to start our testing.
Tamal, how many minutes ready? Takot will go over for 3 minutes then.
Okay, so far we already opened.
Minutes.
How many?
Eight.
8. Okay, okay. We are still on track.
Okay, so we have to start our simulation, right? Okay, in the test mode, this is considered as the on button.
Okay, PB1.
Okay, so consider the coil. Consider, I mean, the current go through the coil, and this also represents a lamp.
Okay.
And the off button. Once we touch the off button, the normally close will be switched on, and the current won't go through the coil, so the lamp will be off. And we can see some of the things which we set. Uh, just now we set the keep it down, quite lagging. Just now we are setting this all. Just now we are setting the address all. So this represents this presents in, I mean, this will show the result in your test mode. So this is considered as a on button, off button, and this will consider as a lamp. Any other questions, guys? If
So
So far,
basically,
no.
guys, if you see means when we are doing our PLC programming in the previous one, we are be having so many ladders until we couldn't see the output clearly. We have to scroll down to see the outputs like that. So with the
yeah,
use of the CX designer, we just will be having the inputs and outputs only. Some other connecting runs all won't be visible in there, so that we can easily know the output well. So that's how I feel about the CX designer, which means we are having like a virtual terminal to actually monitor all this.
yeah, I also felt that because when we are, I mean, when we are clicking one coil, when we are starting one coil, we cannot see. I mean, if you are clicking in the 10th rung, the normally open or close, we cannot see the output of it. So we have to scroll back, scroll down. That kind of difficulties we can face in the CX programmer. CX designer actually